Greetings everyone, it's Wolf King, and this is going to be a quick biology lesson. Now, the first mistake you did in your video is that you confused evolution with abiogenesis. Evolution focuses on the biodiversity of life in the natural world. Abiogenesis focuses on the origin of life. Now, you want to understand how species diverge into multiple ones, exactly. Okay. Now, a mutation occurs in the organism's genes. If that mutation is beneficial, it passes on to successive generations. If it is not, it is weeded out of that population via natural selection. That's the mechanism of evolution. Now, on a higher scale, in terms of speciation, everything is essentially in a constant state of transition in response to the environmental and genetic influences that governs it. Now, if you take a species and isolate it in terms of reproductive ability, take them, put them in different environments, they will go on and split off into different lineages in response to the very same things regarding natural selection, genetic drift, mutations. You will have over millions of years in regards to our species, different species that cannot interbreed with their ancestors or cousins. But a better example would be this is not just demonstrated by the fossil record or biological classifications, but right down to genetics. The fossil record, for example, which shows many examples like Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Cro-Magnon, not only demonstrates the exact direct form that life goes in, which is in the direct state of transition, but also the biological classifications. Look up Hominoidea. In regards to our species, our anatomy, our dentition, our genetic makeup, match all the criteria for apes. And also the Human Genome Project shows the direct genetic similarities actually found, which correlate to our primate cousins. And also, a better analogy would be like, take Christianity for example. In the beginning there was one interpretation of Christianity. But over time, the religion branched into two groups, then to four, then to six, then to eight, then over thousands of years you will have 30,000 sects of Christianity that, much like species under evolution which can interbreed with each other, with their cousins or ancestors, you have multiple groups who can't agree on a single interpretation for their religion. I mean, there's a church right down the street that accepts Jesus but don't see him as God or the Lord or whatever. But this is directly analogous to what happens to species under evolution. Now, if you want to learn more about this, I suggest you go to the site Talk Origins, but recognize that your lack of understanding towards the subject is not a disproof of it. So, recognize that, listen to reason. This has been Wolf King. Peace out.